Oh, there she is. One owner from new, 20,000 miles on the clock, and a car that actually I know nothing about. I've never even seen one in the metal before. I've only ever seen pictures on the television and the internet. Well, hopefully by the end of this video, I'll have got one, and it will be here as part of the Coupland collection. I saw it for sale last night, and I just had to have it at a bargain price. By the end of this video then, a new entry to the Coupland collection, hopefully something that will bring us some fun over the winter periods. So first and foremost, before we get into the collection caper and into the video properly and onto the train, well, we get a lift with Dad, of course, in the Hyundai i10, and no rattles on that timing chain, thankfully. Actually, my train wasn't until 1 o'clock in the afternoon because the vendor and his son were not available until 5 p.m. after work. It was a work day. Dad dropped me off at the Boston train station. There's the hometown, somewhere I've been quite a lot in the past couple of years, and there it is, the platform. Not very exciting, but I tell you what was exciting that I wanted to check out is they've just had a new footbridge. Yeah, they have. So I wanted to check that out before I got on the train. There's the Boston sign, and you'll see the Boston Stump Church in the background there. Checking out more of the stairs before we got on the train. Now, the train tickets themselves have done a split save, so I'm actually on the way to a place called Nuneaton in Warwickshire via the East Midlands regional train first and foremost, and the whole ticket price cost me around about £32. That's off peak during the day, and I actually didn't think that was too bad. So we're on the way, we're on the train to Nottingham first and foremost via Sleaford, Grantham, Heckington, and we're just going to have a look at the route on the way. I've done this route quite a few times now. There's some nice things to see on the way. Lovely Victorian stations and old stations. And we're heading out of Boston into the flatlands of Lincolnshire. Let's wave at the team at Mercedes as we go past. Hi Sam, hi team. And actually next door, that's Dad's old garage there. That you can see there with the dome on the roof, the Dome of Doom, Dad used to call it. That is his old garage as we're heading on out to the train. Not very busy at all, to be honest with you. And it was a beautiful afternoon out and about. First stop then will be Heckington, and you'll see in just a moment's time there is a Audi TT there, and I've had a look at actually. It's just coming into frame in the left hand side. Oh, it's not, no, in a minute. As you can see, not very busy, but I got a nice comfy table and got some editing of videos done. There's that TT. There it is as we leave Heckington. It's been there for about 2 years now. I have had a good look round it. It is a 225. Not for sale, I don't think. I think it belongs to people that work there. But Heckington, what a lovely little station, lovely little village. Shout out to Kate, by the way, who is the owner of the purple TT I bought. She lives there now. There's the old Sleaford Bass Maltings. If you're into your urban exploring, that is somewhere where I think you can have a look round. I think you've got to get permission, so don't just go urban exploring with no permission, but you can have a look round there if you speak to the right people. So we've left Sleaford and now we're on the way to Grantham, and let's talk about the car then. It is a one owner from new. It's popped up online as a project, as spares repair, as first come first served, take it away for 300 quid. So I contacted the owner and he gave me the story, and there's going to be more of the story later in the video, but it's a good one, I think. Well, I hope it is, because well, my intention at this time is to drive it home. Back on the train and we get to Grantham. There's a little bit of a layover from Grantham to Nottingham, and I didn't film the entire journey from Grantham to Nottingham, but look at this cool bridge, and we're going to see some water. I think that's the River Trent or something similar. Lovely part of the world, and it's gone cloudy. I was like, no, I wanted it nice and sunny for my collection caper. If you haven't worked it out by now, of course I'm picking up a Proton, and it's one that I have never seen in the metal before, as in I've never seen one at all. I get to Nottingham and then there's a layover. I get to the station, I say, excuse me, where's the train to Leicester? And I get told, oh, it's delayed. Oh no, absolutely terrible.
So it's coming in now, and I have to go up and over this bridge, and then I'm told that that's the wrong train. So I decided to try and be clever and get on an earlier delayed train to Leicester from Nottingham. And actually, well, I'm on the train now. Little do I realise, I'm on the train that makes 8 stops as opposed to 2. So pulling into Leicester, I'm actually later than I would have been if I'd got on the actual train. So trying to be clever, I lost 20 minutes. I actually missed my connecting train and had to wait another hour. Look at this lovely architecture leaving Nottingham though. We are on the way to Leicester. So I've done Lincolnshire, Nottinghamshire and into Leicestershire before heading into Warwickshire on this journey. So quite a few counties, and it actually took me quite a long while, but part of that was me trying to be clever. The sun's come back out, hooray! And I made a friend on the train. She offered me a flapjack, so shout out to her. This is us stopping at all the stations. There was a points failure as well, so we weren't meant to stop at these stations, but then we did. Here's my face. Will we make it? Yeah, I'm a bit worn out already, actually. I think probably because I was feeling naff. But we're pulling into Leicester now. Hooray! Welcome to Leicester. I've got friends in Leicester. Hi, Kirit. Hi, Nalini. Sat on the train station. Went to the Pumpkin Cafe. Here's my next train then. The Intercity EMR. I'm off to Nuneaton. Actually, that wasn't my train, that's a lie. That was a different train. But I think I took a artsy photograph of it here with the sun flares. And in fairness to EMR, the original train was delayed, so I've got a little bit of cash back as well. So I think it's actually cost, I don't know, 25 quid. Ta-da! This is my train. It's the cross country to Nuneaton. I was on that train for about 18 minutes, and I arrived at the Nuneaton train station, where Chris, the owner's son, picked me up from the train station and took me to the car. Here's Ray! What a legend. The original owner of the car. We did the paperwork, handed over the money, and I drove the car away. And wow, here it is, the big reveal. Not really a big reveal, is it? Because I've told you all about it. But it's a Proton Impian 1.6 2005 plate, finished in, apparently, star silver. Looks beige to me. Ray has had it from new. It's covered just over 19,300 miles. In fact, I drove it over the 300 mile on the way home. I did more miles on the way home than it has done in the past sort of 6 months, bless it. On reflection, on first look, it seems good. It drove wonderfully. Chris, the owner's son, who was helping with the transaction, pointed out some issues with the tyres. So I've took it steady, but it was MOT'd. I obviously taxed it and insured it. It cost me £15 for 24 hours temporary insurance to drive it home. And what a beautiful evening. I've stopped in the Warwickshire countryside here just to have a look around it and give you guys a look around it, because this is what you've watched this video for. You're not watching to see my train journey. You're watching to see the car. I can't see any major knocks. There's a couple of creases in a wing. Interior needs some work, to be honest with you, and obviously it's full of my rubbish. It's full of my stuff, my sat-nav, but we'll have a good look around it in a full video. Those back seats, I don't think they've really ever been sat on. That engine, the 1.6 Mitsubishi Orion engine, ticking away, purring nicely, barely run in at 20,000 miles. There's a cover missing there, which I'm a bit annoyed about. Hopefully it's in the boot. But yeah, wonderful drive. Time to drive it home.
So as you just saw there, I picked the car up whilst the sun was setting and didn't really film my journey home because, well, it was pitch black. I stopped on the way home to fill the car up with petrol, put Shell Super in it, 30 quid, and it got me home. It drove home wonderfully, absolutely beautifully, no issues, so I was happy with that. A full walk around video is coming to the channel for me having a good look around it for the first time. Hope you can subscribe to stay up to date with that. I'm sure there'll be work to do, including getting Dad's first reaction too, but picking up the car, I hope you enjoyed coming with me. Till next time, have a great day. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And like the video if you haven't. Proton stuff coming soon. A great pickup. There are so many more Proton related videos on the channel, and I've actually selected a couple that I think you might like here on this page. Give them a click to watch them now. Don't forget to subscribe for more Proton fun and lots more videos coming soon.